We are gonna make a recycled birdhouse. What we're gonna need is an old carton, pair of scissors, a paintbrush, something to cut with, old papers and magazines, and you can have a choice. Elmer's glue works just fine. Mod Podge works just fine. Don't need both, you just need one of those. So the first thing that I did is I took my carton and I painted it all one color. I used an acrylic paint and I painted mine blue. I've already gotten one done ahead, and so I painted my whole background blue. And then I can use any pictures that I want. I got on an advertisement, I got a bunch of flowers, so I'm gonna cut out one of those. You can use an old magazine if you wanna use any pages that you can cut from an old magazine, and you just start decorating. So what I did is I went ahead and I just started cutting the things out that I wanted. I wanted a floral theme. I used some of my string art theme, and I just decide what I want glued on where, and that's all that I've done is I've just been gluing, and so I go ahead and take my glue. Use a lot of glue. This is a very messy project, but you do need a lot of glue. And then I'm gonna decide where I'd like these flowers to go, and then I just decorate the whole outside of my box. And like I said, I did a little bit ahead. Now I want to cut a hole for my birdhouse. You can use a box cutter, you can use an X-Acto knife, whatever you have handy at home. I want to use the X-Acto knife because I want to cut a hole. I want to cut a round hole, but you can definitely cut any shape hole you want. And it definitely does not need to be perfect. So I'm just gonna cut my hole for my birdhouse. Now remember, the size hole is what size bird can go in your house. So you can make your hole pretty big or you can make your hole small. It's gonna depend on what you see flying around in your area. So I went ahead and cut a hole in my box. I'm thinking, that's a pretty good size hole, so I might be happy with that. And then I need to protect it from the elements. And so how I go about that is covering it. Again, you can use Elmer's glue or you can use the Mod Podge. You don't have to use both. And all you have to do is squirt it all over the things that you have glued on your box. So no rhyme or reason, because Elmer's glue is gonna dry clear. And then I just paint that on. And I paint it all on there. I have to do all of my sides. Remember, everything has been glued on with lots of glue, so I just cover it in glue and paint it all on there. And this becomes the protector for my house. I have to cover the whole thing in glue or it won't be protected. Or if you're using Mod Podge, you go ahead and use it all. So I'm just gonna get it all on here. And then I'll be ready to hang it outside and the birds can come and enjoy my birdhouse. Okay, you guys, go and make yours.